All right, and I'm talking alone. I had my mute button on. Don't mind me. Well, good morning now, officially. Welcome to my live stream where I'm commuting to work, my home office. If you're not following, consider following. If you're not subscribing on YouTube, consider doing that. really pretty much appreciate it. What do? I have a boring office job that I like, but could be considered boring. How do you get Rain? So you have to download from Patreon the CSP preview version. So it has to be the paid version of the content. I forgot what the CSP means. Yeah, you need to get the preview. Yeah, you need pure, you need all of that, but you also need, the most important part is the pure. Sorry, not the pure, the preview. And the Rain changes the whole game. The Rain is amazing. It has physics, so as you drive around, you'll see that the water droplets, they move as the car shifts, you know, with the wind, and it gets foggy in a little bit. The water spray is pretty good. It's very good. And if you're watching, just let me know if you think the music is too loud or too low. Try to fine-tune things. And yesterday I rewatched some of my stream and I couldn't even hear the music. So if you're not listening to music, let me know. There's like this 80s synthesizer style music going on right now. Oops. Heavy rain today here. It's not always like this. This is an online server, meaning I don't control the weather or time of day. And so you can start seeing the fog building up, like when the wipers go and kind of leave that, you know, that mark. And then you can see here, like as I turn off the wipers, the rain kind of goes with the wind. Yeah, that mod is just amazing. The way it's drying on the windshield right now, and then I can just kind of wipe again. Oh, there's some holes here in the tunnel. The rain comes back, and if I wipe it, you see how cool that is. I love that rain mod. Very realistic. And that's like finally drying, and then it's gonna start raining again. That's pretty cool. Yep, I can use all the buttons, the radio, everything. So I can press the buttons here and they will do things in game. And the radio also works. Oh, however, I'm listening to the music and the engine through the headphones. So if I turn up the volume, it won't do anything right now. But if I use my speakers that are under the dashboard, then I can control the volume from here. It's simple. It's basically just getting the sound from the PC and routing to the auxiliary input here on the radio. And the radio is just connected to 12 volts and the speaker. So pretty much like in a real car. The only thing that the radio thinks that the PC is a CD changer. Just a slightly clever way to use the radio. But I can use the CDs as well. So I can, there's a, Volvo had a very nice 6 CD changer inside here. So I can put like in here 6 CDs and it'll work. It'll play music, which is incredible. And the FM radio also works. However, it doesn't work that good here. I need to put an antenna, obviously, because I'm inside and radios were not, you know, ever expecting to be used indoors. So you need an antenna. Thank you those who are hitting that follow button. Let me know if you have any questions. I'm glad to answer them. In the meanwhile, let me know if the music is playing or not, and if it's too loud or too low. You had a 2005 S60R, yes, man. Oh, correct, the cylinder wall. Yep, those are very common problems with him. I do have a 2005 S60R as well, same year as yours, and mine is an exact copy of what you see here. So I have the navigation with CarPlay, and I have the Spaceball, the M66. I love the S60R. I'm biased towards Volvos. I have 3 of them. I have 3 Volvo S60. I have one that is the P2 platform, this one, 2005. I have a 2020 T5 S60 and a 2022 T8, also S60. They're all black. Very creative with colors. Thank you for sharing, Treat 64. Started slow here this morning, but I'm pretty sure it will pick up later. Mine, I'm commuting to work, that's what matters. And I'm keeping track this week, so you see the miles on my gauge cluster, especially the trip miles, 488 miles. So I streamed on Monday, and every day since, or did I Monday? Yeah, I did Monday. So the funny thing is, it's counting the miles accurately. So this is how many miles I drove this week to my virtual office. Evolve body kit. I've seen those, but do they still sell it? I have the OEM sports kit. So my car, the previous owner lost the winglets in the front bumper, but I still have the side skirts and the rear bumper one, which I think they're amazing. Kind of slippery. Turn off traction control. It's slippery. Let's turn off traction control. That's what any person would say. Slippery now. That's the point. That didn't make a lot of sense, Swamp. Bro thinks he can type. Hey Zaid, it looks real because you see a real car dashboard and a game, and that makes your brain feel like it's kind of real. I'm a horrible driver. Does it say there on my description that I'm a great driver? Now dude, try to do this while reading 3 different chat screens in the rain at 120 miles an hour and then tell me if you're better. Now, what you can do, if you really want to show that you're good, is beat my best personal points. That's pretty easy on No Hesi. My personal best is 377 million points that I did yesterday on live stream, so I can pretty much prove. I'd love to see yours. Yeah, James, I'm pretty sure you are. Am I going to upgrade my dashboard to a better car? There's no better car stock. Volvo S60R, that's the best one. Somebody said an Altima. Is that you? Let me go back here, up here. No, that was Swamp. Some people get confused with brands. Very hard. Brands are hard. Like it's a Porsche to a Porsche or McLaren. No, those are not easy to find on junkyards. So, nope. And I don't think those are better either way. I like my Volvo S60R. Yeah, I'd love to see James playing No Hesi, but he's got to do it while he's live streaming and reading chats. Then, if he makes to 377 million points live streaming, I'll believe he's good. And I'll just say it. I say it. There's a lot of people that are better than me, especially on No Hesi. There's a number. It's 19,015 people that are better than me on the No Hesi server, because that's my position right now in the No Hesi server. They have over 1 million drivers there, so I wouldn't say I'm awful, but I'm never gonna say I'm the best. Hey Anthony, nice. Your personal best 26 million? Yeah. What's the best way to get points? So there's two things that I can tell you. Like for instance, let me do a little bit of a point run here. I'm not gonna read the chat for a second. So what you do is you try to keep between 120 and 140 miles an hour. That's the best speed. Don't keep changing gears. Like choose a gear that is like flexible. Don't do it in the rain, because the rain makes it a little bit harder. And then you can just start cutting traffic. Make sure you go between all the lanes, like for here, for instance, and then you go back to the right. Don't go over to the shoulder, because the shoulder is a bad place to be. And rain, that's the problem. But you keep cutting. See, I have 3 strikes and I didn't hit any yet. So you just keep going and keep going, but the rain is a little bit harder. So try to get a dry server first if you want to get a point run. Keep within 120 and 140. See, I hit there. Keep between those speeds and cut. Try to be between the white lines and try to be close to cars. That's another trick. And yeah, just keep practicing. I'm not the best out there. There's people with a lot more points, but 377 million points is not bad on a live stream. Hey, misinformation, how's it going? Sorry, I didn't read the chat because I was running here. A little bit of a point. Not super serious, but just trying to concentrate a little more. It's raining. Visibility is bad. Traction is bad. How long did it take to get to that many points? I mean, I've been playing forever. I was certified in No Hesi when they had the certification. Back before it was like this, so it was only 4 million points to get certified, but the point system was completely different, so it's not comparable. You get 4 million points now super easily. Like right now, I'm just crossed 4 million. But I've been playing No Hesi for about 2 years now, I'd say. I'm a content creator for them, so it's been a while. But with the new point system, and yesterday, that took about, I don't know. Oh, I think it's 30 minutes. That's what they give us, so that's what it took. 303 million points. That's nice. That's not bad at all, misinformation. Oh, you were here yesterday, so you saw me doing the 377 million yesterday on the live stream. And it wasn't raining, so it's a lot easier. So like I said, try to keep the speed, you know, stable. You see I'm keeping around 120. And sometimes you have to cross and you have to go. Don't keep changing gears all the time. How do you get rain? CSP preview from Patreon. So that's how you get points. Try to cut between all the lanes, that helps as well. Don't go over the shoulder because that stops the points. Let me see what else. Yeah, those are the main things you shouldn't do. Like, and be calm. You'll hit cars, try again, start again. You said your personal best was 23 million, right? So, see, just in a few minutes, not hard. So yeah, 28 million. $980, David. That's pretty impressive. So what's your ranking? You're probably, you know, at least among the top 1,000, I'd say. I'm 19,000. It was my personal best yesterday. So you can say you drive better than me, and I'll take that because it is true. Oh man, I crashed. But yeah. How much did this cost to make? So let me break down a little bit. So first, on my YouTube channel, there's a tutorial, very detailed tutorial explaining everything and every cost. However, sim rigs have several components. What makes this sim rig special is the car. So the car part was $700, $300 in car parts and interior, seats, you know, everything, and then just about $350, $400 in electronics. So there's Arduinos here. There is an LCD screen that I had to put inside this original navigation. There's an Arduino Uno here. So there's a bunch of small electronics, wires and stuff that'll add up to another $300 and $400, so around $700 in total. For the other costs, it is the same as any other sim rig you've ever seen here on TikTok. So there's a wheelbase. You can choose any wheelbase. There's Moza, there's Camus that are cheap. You can go semi-cube, that's super expensive. There's a plethora of new, you know, wheelbases that you can choose. Then you have pedals, you have the monitor, you have the PC, which can be a simple one because these games usually are not very intensive, especially if you're using just one screen. So it's variable, what I can say. 411 million, that's pretty good gaming. So you're also better than me. I got 377, so I think I could get there if I'm focused. I was reading in the chat and doing all kinds of, you know, but yeah, I gotta ramp up my game. Yeah, Assetto isn't really accurate. It depends. Like, the physics on Assetto Corsa are accurate if you consider, like, when you're racing, like you put a good mod in a track, they are pretty accurate. Yes. Here on this server, zero accuracy, like zero. They make it in a way that the car is grippier. It doesn't fly that much. See, it's raining and I'm still having grip, so it's not realistic at all in this server. But if you're on Nordschleife offline, or even online, with a mod that is good, like there's a Miata mod that's pretty amazing, then it's realistic. Yes, I'd say it's pretty realistic. Yeah, exactly. I think that sums up pretty well. It's not made for road driving. That is very accurate. Thank you, Ninja. Is that a Ninja? I don't know. I can't see from here. Are the buttons functional? Yes, all of them. I can turn on and off the wipers, change camera. All the buttons here can be configured. I can play, pause music. I can even set up my rear view mirror. So if I click there and then I change here in the back of my steering wheel, there's a D-pad. You see my rear view mirror is moving around because I'm changing. All the buttons work. Even the turn signal. Too much rain. What would I say helps your actual driving, like small things? No, I'd say just most reflex and defensive driving, like you pay attention more to what's happening around you. That's what really helps. Yes, the hazards are also working. I just forgot to map it. I have to map it. I can actually do that while playing. Let's see if I can do both things at the same time. There's a... Oh, nope, I can't. There's a... Oh, wait. Let me see. Go to the side here. Car physics, drive performance. Ow. Suspension, reflection. Let me go back to the pits. Triple screen, controller, extended controls. There, it's right here. So what I have to do is just come here, find lights, headlights, flashlights, turn signal, hazard lights. So I have to click here and then I press the hazard lights and it should map. Maybe my button stopped working. Because if I press another button, it works. That's strange. I'll have to check that out. I'm just curious now. So, hazard properties. I have 4 buttons. This one is working. This one is working. This one is working. And this one is not working. Yeah, got some... Oh man, I gotta open up and fix it. So we found a button that's not working. I'll fix it later. How much does setup cost? Just around $700 in car parts and electronics. Big, oh bro, just buy a car. Oh, that's a first today. You got the prize, man. Ding, 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 ding. So yeah, I have 3 cars, 4 if you count my minivan. I don't really count the minivan, right? Yeah, the Moza R9. Oh, you have the Moza R9. Sorry, I missed probably something in the chat. Trying to find out. Yep, I have the same exact car in my garage. How much did that cost? So just around $700. In my tutorial on YouTube, I have a breakdown on all the costs. What cars do I own? I'm not very creative, so I've got 3 Volvo S60s. So one is a 2005 S60R, 300 horsepower, manual gear, 6-speed, all-wheel drive. Pretty nice. Is my garage queen. It's 100,000 miles. And I have a 2020 Volvo S60 T5 with 250 horsepower, and I have a T8 2022 with 415 horsepower, 0 to 60 in 4.3 seconds. That's a pretty cool car, if you ask me. And I have a minivan, a 2025, brand new. I bought it 2 weeks ago. Kia Carnival. Brand new Kia. If you go to my Instagram, you'll see the Kia. And now all cars are black. The old minivan was gray, and now the new one is black. So all black. Yep, the tutorial is on my YouTube channel. So if you want to check it out, just go to my YouTube. Make sure you click that subscribe button to help me out, and just feel free to build. Oh, you have a Saab. Nice. I like Saabs. They're pretty cool. I mean, Koba, it's a minivan, right? It's 250 horsepower. It's good. It's not amazing. It's not a fast car by any means, but it works pretty well. I got the hybrid version of the Kia Carnival with the lounge seats in the back. Dude, yesterday I was taking my daughter to her guitar class, and I was just chilling there in the back. It lays down flat, just like a Maybach. Pretty cool. Won't deny. Thank you, Max. Hey, Max Trend, I've seen you around. You always give me flowers. Thank you. Appreciate it. You're gonna start saving for your first car. So let me, break down. Obviously, your first car, you should try to, 5K range. Try to get something that's not expensive to fix, man. That's one thing I can tell you. Ooh, kind of scraped my wheels there. But buy something you like. Don't buy something you hate, obviously. What kind of cars do you like, Misinformation? I'm calling you Misinformation because it's an S, right? I don't know if you're a girl or a boy. I never owned an Infiniti. I think they're cool cars too, but I never had one. Reliable and cool. So maybe I think Honda Civics are pretty reliable, and some of them are pretty cool, like the SI versions. I had a friend that had a manual Honda Civic. It was a pretty cool car. You don't have to go manual to begin with. Fusions. Oh, I like Fusions. Yes. When what was it? 2015. I had a 2014 Ford Fusion. It was a cool car. 2.0 turbo. It was quick. It wasn't like super fast, but it was quick. Something with a V6, yes. I love the sound of a V6. They're pretty cool. Funny enough, because I always had Volvos, and Volvos like traditionally were 5 cylinders. My first V6, like actual V6, was a Hyundai, and then a minivan. My Old Town and Country was V6. This V6. My Volvo S60R is 5 cylinders, and both of my new Volvos, even the 400 horsepower one is a 4-cylinder turbo hybrid. Newer Fusion's reliable. Man, I don't know about long-term reliability, but what I can say is I've had that Fusion for 2 years, and I never had any issues. Zero whatsoever. Hey, Blue Teeth. Thank you. S60R, exactly, my man. S60R, Volvo 2005 S60R. Well, it can vary from 2005 to 2007 with this interior here. Oh, I still have Roku. It's the triple screen here. You just have to focus on something here for TikTok. If you go to my YouTube right now I'm live streaming on a, you can see all the three TVs, the triple. You can see the rear view mirror there on the side. Still triple. Yeah, the only thing here is because of TikTok is vertical, I have, you know, a more limited field of view here. I try to, that's why the point system is right in the middle for me. For those on YouTube, they can see it's also in the middle, almost in the middle for them. And there's a few more details on YouTube. So if you're following here, but like to see more screen, you go to YouTube because you can see what's in here as well. Because I have like a pop out of this. And the same as you guys have there on TikTok, you can see my gauge cluster. Heated seats and a sunroof, two good options. Depending on where you live, especially. I live in Florida, so heated seats for me are not like something that make my heart pound. But I get the sunroof. I like the sunroof. I usually don't open it, but I always keep the shade open. I like the light that comes in the car. Oh, I didn't see. There's talk in my YouTube, and for some reason it wasn't showing. So let me get that screen down. Sorry, people on YouTube. Oh, darn it. We just need to do this. Sorry, I'm hitting all around. Yeah, gotta look up. Hey, that 80s flow, how you doing? I don't know if you're still there. Let me get here, awesome. Whoops. Distracted driving. Yes, BS, Way Z. If you have a PC, Assetto Corsa is super easy to start. You need a few mods if you want, but there is a lot of good videos on YouTube already. But essentially you need Assetto Corsa. Make sure you buy the full version of Assetto Corsa. Most mods require that. Then you need Pure. That's a must. And then you need Content Manager. You need CSP Preview if you want to have rain. And you need to go to a server if you want to drive like on traffic like this. So I highly recommend No Hesi. No Hesi has a point system. It has, all the cars are super easy to install. You just open the lobby and you just click install and it will install. Shutoku Revival Project, which is this track. There's a lot of good videos on YouTube about this. Go. Ow, ow. See, if I feel like having a setup like this made me a better driver, it did in the sense that I don't do crazy stuff driving because I get it out of my system here. I drive fast, I crash, I reset. I can do all sorts of crazy stuff and not worry about any consequences. And then when I drive in real life, I just drive, you know, within the speed limit, paying attention. Am I in a real car? No, I'm in my office, my home office. Oh, you're welcome. I hope you install it and have a lot of fun on it with it because it's a lot of fun. I like Assetto Corsa. It's an old game by now. It was released in 2014, so it's a little over 10 years now, and it's a pretty good game yet. And the modding community is keeping it alive. Oh, you're still there. Sorry, man. I have 3 separate windows for the chat. So I have one for Twitch, one for YouTube, and one for TikTok. And I put them in order of amount of comments. And essentially, like TikTok always, as you know, goes crazier. So let me do the following, because Twitch is always dead. So I lowered my put the Twitch around here. Thank you for the follow. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel if you're interested in tutorials. I've been posting a lot of tutorials there about how to do these things. Hey, that oh, it's Armand. Sorry, I thought it was that 80s. Can you tell me if you can hear music? Can anybody tell me? Can you hear music? Because I got the music on, but last night when I tested, I couldn't hear it back. Thank you, Crazy John. What are my thoughts on Underground 2? Well, it's a good arcade game. I think arcade games has no music. Okay. We can't hear the music. Let me go a little louder and see if you can. And tell me if it's too loud. Well, I like arcade games. They're fun. Like Forza Horizon 5. Pretty amazing. All right. Is it too loud? I want to just be a background music, kind of like, you know, like we're just cruising. Thank you, Car Guy Edits. I wouldn't say I'm good. I'm trying to read the chat and drive at the same time, so I will crash several times, and people will call me out for that. Awesome. Thank you. I need some Rain-X. That is true. If I stop, it will just build up. And yeah, it doesn't have Rain-X. You can see that the water, the way it kind of covers the windshield. That is true. I'll tell the modder. We need to have a version with Rain-X and one without the Rain-X. There is, yes. Like, especially swimming here on, you know, in a game, it's very calming. Especially like if you're not going super fast, you're just swimming like I am right now. So you go from left to right to left to right. It's just calming, especially with the rain and music. I mean, sometimes if I'm having a bad day, I'll just pop in here and either drive American Truck Simulator or I'll drive just a little bit here. Exactly. Am I inside? Yes, I am inside my home office. Oh, hi. You said hi? I say hi. Whoop. Gotta click on my window so I see my FPS. Yes. Oh, would you look at that? That window was not. So let me press the button. There's a button here to make the window on top, and I think that was not pressed. There we go. So maybe that's why I wasn't reading the YouTube chat, because the window was not always on top. So when I was gaming, it was behind. Does the radio work? Yes, it does, Betty. It does work. It works through sending the PC audio to the auxiliary input here, and then I can control with the volume knob. However, right now I'm listening through my headphones, so there's no sound coming from the speakers that are connected to the radio. But it does. It works with the CD, it works with the PC, it works with FM radio, AM radio. Am I inside of an actual car? No, I'm not. I'm inside my actual home office. Any cops behind you? Can you do a chase? There is a server that has police officers. You can play as a police officer or as a runaway driver. And, oops, sorry. And it is a lot of fun, but not on this server, no. There's no cops here on this server. gonna pull a 180 here. All right. Is this from a real car? Yes, it is. It's a Volvo S60R 2005. It was about to be crushed, unfortunately, and I saved it. Thank you, Arbun. JY, thank you. Doesn't the game make you dizzy because of how realistic? Some people, some friends of mine, I have several friends that came here already and played, get a little dizzy if the camera moves around. Like for instance, playing GTA 5 in here moves a little bit more, and that makes some people dizzy. It doesn't make me dizzy. However, I have motion sickness with a VR headset, Jack. So I don't know what that means, but it means that I don't get, you know, motion sickness here driving in the game. It just pretty much, because I have triple screen, it kind of works like, I don't know, my peripheral vision. It adds realism. So I can see the side. If I look out the window here, I can see the bridge on this side as well. However, it's now covered by a lot of streaming information. So I have my, what's broadcasting in. Do I swim in real life? Never. Absolutely never. I drive like an old lady in real life. Especially because I drive like a crazy guy here. In real life, I drive super calm and slow, and I have a wife and daughter. I'm usually with them. Mods, yes, a bunch of mods, Dennis. There's a lot of mods here. How can you get it? The mods, you mean? So you need a few mods. So there's one called Content Manager. That's the first. That's what allows you to install mods in Assetto Corsa. Then you need Pure. Then you need CSP Preview if you want to have the rain. There's a free version, but it does not have the rain. And you need the track, which is Shutoku Revival Project, and you need to connect to a server. In my case, I'm using NoHesi. N-O space H-E-S-I, NoHesi. So NoHesi will install the cars, install the traffic, get everything working for you. Oof. And then you can get the point system. There's a bunch of cool things that this one has. Thank you, VS Way. I appreciate you. Thank you for watching. Consider following if you're not following. I really appreciate that. Blake, the speedometer. So the speedometer is basically an Arduino Uno connected to a CAN bus shield on top of it. That is connected to the computer. There's a code in the Arduino that translates the information coming from an app called SimHub from the computer that gathers all the data and then sends it to the clusters so the gauge works. So everything you see on the gauge works. The gears that I'm currently in, the time is correct, so it's 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. The temperature here is not my real temperature, it's my CPU temperature. So you see here it's 72 degrees, it's showing 71 because it takes a second and it fluctuates slowly. Then the odometer works, the name of the car is right here, temperature is also working, but the temperature here, there's a catch. It's my GPU temperature. It's around 60 right now, and I programmed to be 60 right in the middle. So if it gets to 70, it'll go hotter, and if it gets above 80, that'll be on the red, and I'll get a warning light on my dashboard. Fuel is also working, so I'm with just about a quarter of gas left in my tank. What car? This car was a Volvo S60R. And the turn signal also works. I can indicate left and right. The wipers work. I can go like just once for cleaning, intermittent, and it'll stop and go as, you know, and then there's medium or high. I think now it's more for medium. The rain is stopping here in the game. Nobody gave me the idea. I just kind of built it. I think I was one of the first ones to do this with a real car. I haven't seen anything like this before my car. And then I saw a few. There was a guy with a Ford Fusion. I think he built before me, but I did not know his simulator before I started making it. His is pretty cool too. And the Apple CarPlay here also works. There's a bunch of data, a bunch of information. If you're interested in building or just using for your sim racing, it works with any sim racing, and it's on my YouTube channel. There's a tutorial, detailed tutorial on how to do that. I think the rain's stopping. Let's see when we get out of the tunnel. Yep. Getting pretty calm now. Still medium. What's my YouTube channel? Sam. So it's the same fly brick S60R, or you can click on my bio here on TikTok and go to my link tree. You'll see the tutorials are there and my YouTube channel. Thank you, Blonde 2X. It is crazy. Thank you, TJ. Hey, John. Hello. If you're watching from YouTube right now, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. That helps me a lot. Aaron, I'm glad you asked. So on my YouTube channel, I have a very detailed tutorial, and the rain finally stopped. Yes, Isaac, I added the navigation on this one. My real car has one, my real S60R in the garage. But I changed to have Apple CarPlay, just like here. Am I late to work? Yes, I am. In fact, I am. I usually commute to work in the morning up until like 9:30 here, because I work from home. So my desk is right behind me. I'm in my home office. Now I can drive a little bit faster. Thank God that rain is gone. Still crash. And read the chat. Not easy. You're not a fan of the shifter? Man, that's my favorite thing. Not the favorite thing in the S60R, but that's one of the favorite things. I love the Spaceball. And I have the Spaceball in my real car as well. In fact, this is an exact copy of my car. Everything. The only thing my car does not have is the phone. Which here, for me, it's more useful because the buttons work. All the buttons here work, in fact. But there's a lot of people that don't understand Volvos. Like, yes, Volvos are safe, are boring to some extent, some of them, but they made some pretty cool Volvos throughout their history. And the Volvo S60R is one of those. Have I tried the new realistic physics? Yes, I did. But there's a glitch happening with some people, and I am one of them. So whenever I start the server Datrius, the steering wheel will go like this. And it's only on the realistic physics. In fact, I think I tried it yesterday or the day before. I don't remember now. Ow! I gotta change lane. Ooh. Oh, nice, an 06. Yeah, I don't blame ya. Thank you, Gondon Doda. I love the usernames. Yes, it's a pretty good place to work. I'm using the latest CSP preview, the one that allows to have rain. Does it feel like a real car? It does feel like a real car, but it lacks a very important thing that real cars have, which is Geforce. If you're just driving calmly, it feels like a real car. Like if you're just cruising around, it does because of the ergonomics, the buttons, everything is in the right place. So that makes the immersion feel better. Your grandma might believe it, Joey. Yes, the Apple CarPlay does work, Big O. And all the gauges here work. And when I'm driving in a track, the map also works. The reason why it doesn't work here is because this is not a track. So it does not have a start and finish line. So it can't finish a lap, so it can draw the map. That's how it draws the map here. But it works here with the, there's this initial home screen. I have the music, that's the real music that's playing right now, dripping down, and I can put it on my dashboard as well. You'll see Stream Beats by Harry's Healer. That's right here. Can't read from TikTok, but I swear that's what's written there. There's also like the standings and a bunch of car information. How much would this whole setup run? So Anthony, I spent around $700 buying car parts and electronics to make this the car part. This is what makes this simulator unique, right? It's not expensive. If you do all the work, that's how much it will cost. If you're buying it, you're probably going to spend a lot more because it is a lot of work. So it takes a good amount of time and people put their effort on it. So I think it's fair to charge more. But if you're just building it, you can go to a junkyard, pick and pull your parts, and have fun. How hard was it to get working? Some parts were harder, ABJ. Some parts were easier, like to get the turn signal to work. That took way longer than it should. Other things like the gauge cluster, it was easy. To get this one working is just a lot of work. It's not hard. I'm making a tutorial about this right now. Can I play music? I hope the music is playing, but yes, I can play music. Jan, the game is Assetto Corsa. Does the turn signal auto cancel? Yes. So like right now it's on to the right. So if I turn right, it's not gonna go off, but as soon as I turn left, it goes off, just like in a real car. So the wiggle thing, not the ABS problem with the latest lights patch. They have released a fix. Okay, good to know, Gondon Doda. I will look for that. Forza Horizon 5, it's better. Yon 7, man, there's so many layers to unpeel here. It's better in what sense? It's a great arcade game, but there's several problems with it. And this is way more realistic, way more customizable, and it's just, I think, better in several ways. I do have a lot of fun in Forza Horizon 5, but I wouldn't call it better. Is it just me or the cluster backlight doesn't work? Yes, it does work. The problem is with the TV being so bright, the camera has to adjust to that brightness, which is very bright. Then whatever is lit here, which is everything, you can kind of see the light on here because it's darker here. The gauges are the same thing. So the light is on. If I just reset the cluster, it will, you'll see the difference. But yes, it is on. Forza 4 is better than 5. There you go. Volvo S60R cluster. Yes, that is correct. Good morning, Brian. Almost. What game am I playing today? So I'm playing Assetto Corsa for PC. Which Assetto Corsa, Kevin? So this is the original Assetto Corsa. It's the first one that was released in 2014. It is not the Evo or the Competizione. Is this game only on PC? No, it's not. Actually, it is available on consoles as well. You cannot mod it, but yes, it's available on consoles. So you can't have this track there. You have a link for my setup details. Yes, I do. There's a lot of information, Madame, in my YouTube. So there's a tutorial, there's a bunch of links there, how to get my Apple CarPlay working, how to get the steering wheel working, how to get the whole system installed. There's a bunch of videos on my YouTube channel. I really appreciate if you guys go there and follow. Subscribe, that's what I call it on YouTube. And any tips on building a setup, a sim like this? I'm getting a G923 tomorrow, 923, I don't know. Yes, well, first, you won't be able to use a real steering wheel with that wheelbase. I don't recommend it. It's not direct drive, so you won't be able to handle the weight. But if you want to build rather the setup, like to be seated in a real car, just go to your junkyard, pull the parts, and watch my tutorial. You can, you know, build exactly the same thing. I forgot that they need Assetto Corsa Unlimited. That is very true, Daryl. You need the Assetto Corsa Unlimited, the one that has all the DLCs. Thank you, Madame. Hey, good morning, Angelito. How you doing? We had another friend here with a Volvo S60R just a few minutes ago. How did I make the turn signal work? That was easier than I thought it would. So the turn signal is not CAN bus, and the wipers. So they're the same system. They're all analog. So all I had to do is put an Arduino Micro Pro, one of those small ones, and find the signals. So I connected to the pins, I coded, and it works. Now, to get the turn signal to work here on the cluster, that was hard because I couldn't get the timing correctly. And it took a lot of trial and error, but it did work. Real Who Made Jay? What's the total price? So total price is not going to help you a lot, man. $700 in car parts and electronics to make the car part. The rest is up to you. You can buy a wheelbase that you want, you can buy a TV that you want, you can buy, you know, all the peripherals that you want. How's the cable management? Oh man, I'm not going to talk about that. Next question, please. Yeah, no, my cable management was good when I installed, but you know, clusters, it's like you start putting things and then you just want to see them working and you go like, I'll just wire this. So now is a rat's nest in here, but it's, yeah, I'll fix it one day. Do I sit in the center of the display? Do I keep the head straight when I'm looking? That's a very good question, Sim K4D4. No, I'm off to the left, and yes, I'm looking straight to see the road ahead. Kind of straight. So there's two ways I can talk to this about this. So if I'm driving alone and not streaming, I drive looking pretty much straight because I have a setting that will change the camera in a way that's perfectly aligned to my eyesight. Now, the catch is, if it's aligned to me, it's not going to be aligned to you guys. So it's going to look like I'm driving crooked because there's no parallax, right? It's a monitor. So if it's set to me, the camera is off to my right, it's going to be off. So I found a middle ground here where I'm not looking to the right, but it looks right for you and it doesn't look bad for me. So I hope that explained. Does the speedometer work on the dashboard? Yes. If I slow down, speed will slow down. And my RPMs, everything works there. Do I play Assetto Corsa Competizione? Yes, I do, Skynet. I love, especially driving in the Nordschleife. I love their version of it. Did the map cost anything? No, the map is free. It's Shutoku Revival Project. They have a very good website, very easy to install, and it's amazing. One of the best open world maps in Assetto Corsa. Oh no, man. Internet is quite important to go online, especially in the no-hesi servers. With heavy traffic, it's not easy to go fast. But let's go. Ah! What's the most realistic car game in my opinion, Kevin? So I would give it to iRacing still. The physics are very good, but I wouldn't leave Assetto Corsa Competizione too far behind. I like it. I like the physics. I like the way it feels when I'm driving it. But there's a lot of controversy there. A lot of people will defend iRacing to the death. Daryl, so my base in this simulator, not the tutorial one, this is a Fanatec Clubsport DD with the 12 Newton meters. Does my mileage actually go up? Yes, it does. The mileage you see here has been going up since 98,000 miles that this cluster had originally, but I drove a lot before I could make the mileage work. So unfortunately, I missed a lot of that, but this is my mileage. The trip odometer is 573 miles. This is since Monday when I started streaming. A ground and 12-volt wires for the airbag. Oh no, man. Thank you. Thankfully, there's no airbag here. I removed it. So no kaboom. Oh, no worries, Daryl. I love sharing, and I learned everything I know from the internet, so it's only fair that I give it back. I like sharing, so that's why I have my YouTube channel. That's why I, share the tutorials. I teach people how to do this. I try to answer questions as much as possible. What's my favorite car? Timmy, that prize today goes to the Cadillac CT5 Blackwing. I love sedans. I love sedans that can seat 5 people and go super fast. So that's my favorite car today. If I had unlimited budget and could buy any car, that would most likely be the one. Second place, a Volvo V60, the new one, the T8 R design. I love a station wagon, and I think the new SPA platform is beautiful. I have 2 SPAs. I have a 2020 and a 2022, but I don't have any V. I have the S60 version. Blackwing is, I love that car. I had a Cadillac CTS 2016, the first of that, not the first, it was the one with the long headlights already, and I loved that car, man. That was pretty cool. What about Supra MK4 and MK5? I like Supras. I like all of them. I actually drive MK5s here on the simulator quite a lot, Timmy. But it's one of those cars that I admire, but I would never buy one, I don't know how to explain. No, there's no airbag in the game, unfortunately. I hope BeamNG adds one in the future. You have 2 XC70s, nice. Good taste, man. I like the XC70s too. They're not slow. The thing is, there is a delay in the camera, so and also like the RPMs, they have a very very small delay. The gauge cluster is not prepared to go as fast up. In a real car, it doesn't go this fast. So what do I drive in real life? So I drive my Volvo S60R 2005 like this. I have a Volvo S60 T5 2020 that I drive most days, alongside with the Volvo S60 2022 T8. BeamNG is awesome. I like BeamNG. Do I like the Chevy SS? I do. I like them. That fits exactly in that category for L. Car, sedans, fit 5 people, and are super fast. And like underrated. I like cars that you look, it could be just a regular Chevy, or it could be the SS. Just like, for instance, the Cadillac CT5, let's be honest, that thing has like, what, 700 horsepower? It's just insane. BMWs. I like BMWs, but they fall within the same category. I wouldn't have one. I think they're cool. I have a friend that loves them, but I don't know. I'm not a big fan. Yes, it is. Hey, Techno Binds, hello. What about the RS6? Sorry, I didn't see your question there, Trumbo player. The RS6 things are cool. However, I don't know, I'm not a big fan of Audis. And I can tell you why. I just think that if you look at the cars currently, you know, like the German cars, for instance, well, Porsche doesn't change their design that much, but they're updating quite frequently. Mercedes has been like changing everything every few years. BMWs do that as well. I just feel that Audis, they got stuck in 2010. When you look at an Audi interior, a 2025 Audi interior, it looks like it's a great car from 2010. You know, that's just my take on it. It just looks like it's stuck in time. Volkswagens, I think they're pretty cool, Jerome. I think they're like practical, but they kind of fall within the same category. So you're not looking for like big changes, get a Volkswagen. If you're looking for changes, don't get an Audi or Volkswagen. The NSX, oh yes, the Hondas. I like all Hondas. I think they're pretty cool cars. Can I drift in game? And Ali, sorry, I cannot. I need to stop and learn one day. I really do. One day, I'll start learning, and I promise. You like Volvos a little? I kind of like them a little too. Oh, yeah, Volvos are pretty cool. I think they fit in that category sometimes. The sleeper cars. Like, if you ever driven, and let's be era appropriate, right? So go back to 1995 and drive a Volvo 850 T5R, the R version. They were pretty quick. They had 300 horsepower, almost 300 horsepower in 1995 in a boxy, like brick style car. To me, that's a sleeper. Then you have the Volvo S60R 2005, which 300 horsepower, active chassis, 6-speed manual. It was sitting alongside with another Volvo S60. You'd just think that it's just a slow car, but it wasn't. I agree, Angelito. You're learning how to drift? Yeah, I gotta start doing that, man. I'll eventually get on and start learning. If I start drifting, I'll just spin around. Yes, I like fast cars that are quiet, not loud. I like less drama. Yeah, I might do that, you know, Armand? I might start trying to drift while live streaming and show my progress. What do I think about Kia? They're changing my mind a little bit. I don't know if you were here when I told, but I bought a Kia last week, 2 weeks ago actually. I bought a Kia Carnival, the new minivan. It looks like an SUV. The options were pretty good. I got a Prestige hybrid version that has the lounge seats in the back. You can lay flat. Has a footrest. 2 TVs that are gigantic back there. It's super comfortable to drive. So I like their new designs. I think they're nailing it, especially in the minivan world. I had a Town and Country before, and Town and Countries, they're like minivan as minivans can be, right? So that was quite a surprise when I saw that. If I like Chevys, yes, I do like Chevys. A fun fact about me, I'm from Brazil. Everybody can tell that I have an accent. I was born in Brazil, raised in Brazil, and my first car was a Chevrolet Omega. So the Chevrolet Omega is a European car. It was a European car that was sold in Brazil as an Omega. It was sold as Carlton Senator or something like that in Europe. And it was a pretty cool car, man. And I loved it. I loved it a lot. And then I traded to my first Volvo. In a minivan lane? Nice. What minivan? What rig am I using? So this is a Volvo S60R, and I'm driving with a Moza pedal and a Fanatec Clubsport DD 12 Newton meters as my main wheel base here. You heard Volvo? Nice. Yeah, Volvo S60R 2005 to be precise, with the Spaceball. I'm quite proud of my Spaceball, especially because it came from my real car. My real car is in the garage, and I found this brand new online. So there's a brand new shifter with the blue stitches on it that's in my real car right now. So I put the old one here, and I found a brand new Spaceball trim that I just put it here. Oh, you have an 850 T5 wagon. Nice, man. My second car, I was telling you that Chevrolet was my first car, the Omega. My second car was a Volvo 850 1995 T5, but the sedan. Oops. Houston, no, this is Japan. That's why I'm driving on the left and passing on the right. You got a Saab, nice. A lot of nice cars here today. Yep, everything works here, man. Blinkers, the turn signal works left and right, the wipers, the buttons work here. I can do whatever I want to do here. All the information in the cluster is correct. What do I think about the silver ball shifter instead of the leather one? Angelito, I respect those, but I wouldn't have in my car. I think they're, I don't know, I like the leather one. I like the look of it. I think it blends well with the black here in the dash. I like the way the trim kind of, you know, matches here. So I don't know. I'm not big on the metal one. Do the clusters light up? It's always on. So it's not only when I turn the lights on. I can turn the lights on using my light switch here, but the lights are always on. And that's a fun fact about the Volvo S60R. They're always on. The lights, there's some white lights on top of here, they're on, and the dials, the needles, they also have lights, they're always on. Volvo gang, yeah, heck yeah. Omega is an Opel. Oh, got it. So, but there's a Carlton version of the Omega, and I don't know how to call it. Is it the Senator? Gaming guy, do you know? What's up with the BMW E60 535i? So funny that you asked that, E60, Brian. So go to my TikTok. You're on my TikTok, so check out my videos. There is a video of a BMW E60 that I built. Currently disassembled because I'm working on the electronics. I'm gonna make all the electronics work on that one. So if you're interested in how to build one, go to my YouTube channel, and there you can find a tutorial on how to build. And it works for the BMW E60 as well, because I used the same process, same exact process. Although I'm showing a Volvo there, but it's the same exact steps. And it's funny because the 535i was exactly the car that interior came from. It was a 535. With so many configurations of E60. Funny that you asked about exactly the same model that one came from. Coincidence. What you didn't know, uniquely? You're having an issue with the car. Oh no. Mixture. I don't, man. I'm not a big expert on BMWs. I happened to do that one because my friend who is in love with BMWs really wanted to build a BMW for him. So I helped him build a BMW Now he's got a kid, and I took the BMW from there, and I'm finishing up and probably gonna sell it eventually. What's my highest scores, Cody? It's 377 million. The tutorial for the turn signal, Armand. Yes, I can do that. I'm trying to make a tutorial for all the parts, so I'm probably going to touch the turn signal as well. Especially because it works with any car. You can get other turn signals. I think they're mostly analog still up to these days. Why do you pass on the slow lane? Janelle, I'm in Japan, so this is the fast lane, actually. It's the opposite. So because I'm in Shuto Expressway, in theory, this is the fast lane on the right. That's the slow lane on the left. And that's why you see traffic on that side of the road, not on this side of the road. Like the other opposing traffic is coming. You can see now the other side of the road. 400, nice. That's pretty cool. That's 100 more than my original Volvo S60R. Not too shabby. How much is a simulator altogether? So altogether doesn't really help knowing the cost. It's about $10,000, everything that you see here today. You can build one for much less. $700 is how much you would spend to get the car parts and electronics work. And then you can fine-tune whatever you want to spend on the wheelbase, the monitor, the PC, shifter, etc. How did I make the setup? I'm glad you asked. On my YouTube channel, there's a tutorial, a detailed tutorial, step-by-step. Same name, Flybrick S60R. Check it out, subscribe, hit the like button, help me out, and build one and share with me, because I love seeing. I have a few people that are building right now based on my tutorial, and I think it's super cool. Hey, Brain Stack. Hi. Thank you, Lobby. Where am I from? I'm from Brazil. Born in Brazil, raised in Brazil, living in Florida for the last 10 years. Don't be scared. It's just a game. Can you play this version of Assetto Corsa on PS5? No, you cannot. Unfortunately, you can't mod on the PlayStation. Then shift my car. What do you mean? How do you get the turn signal to turn off? Because my Moses stock don't. Oh yes. So what you? Let me see if I can show you. Alright, so there's the controls. Where's the control here? So what you have to do is when you go to the stock, the live turn signals, you set the key that does the turn signal, Daryl, and then you gotta click on the hold mode. So as long as it's holding, it'll be on, and then if it's not holding, it's not going to work properly. So turn the hold mode on. That's all you have to do. Oh yeah, but don't worry, this engine is going to survive. I've been redlining a lot, but I'm talking, chatting, driving. So I can redline as much as possible, and it won't spin a rod bearing or anything. All right, folks. It's time. I did my commute of the morning. I work from home, so this was my commute. And I really appreciate you guys watching. I can show, especially to the TikTok folks, a little bit of my setup to the side here. Josie, this is how I'd be driving. Let me turn my camera here so you can see the screen. There it is. So that's my side monitor with the rear view mirror. And here on the left, catch you later, man. Turning here, that's me. Hello. And that's the chat window, all the information. But behind all of that, man, when I'm playing alone, I can see the all the rear view, side window, all that good stuff. Yeah. So that's it, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm really glad you guys joined today. If you're not following, hit the follow button if you want to see more. I usually stream in the morning. However, I'm not going to be streaming next week because I'm going to be on vacation. And so I won't be streaming next week. I hope to see you guys again soon. And have an awesome and fantastic day. Yeah, check my YouTube, subscribe, hit the like button, help out a small creator.